Okay, this one is the little light gray one that I tied for a little MayflyEmerger. Again, I'm going to pull out a little bit of extra thread here because I want to use these as a tail when I get done. Standard wrap back. On this one we're going to be using some silver antron for the body and actually some grizzly size 16, black and white grizzly for the hackle wrap. I found the grizzly worked a lot better than the gray did on the hackle wrap. Not sure exactly why, but then I really don't care. If that's what the fish want, that's what I'll tie for them. Again, I left the long tail so I can pull it forward. I can wrap it down one side, wrap it back over the center, and then the third part of it, after 3 or 4 wraps, I can pull it over towards me and wrap that back over here on this side. I just leave that stuff hanging out and it's just fine. I'll cut that off in a couple minutes to the right length. Now, you don't want to use very much of the antron dubbing for the very simple fact that the bodies on these little guys need to be small because of the MayflyEmerger is a really small little body. Stretch it, get it good and tight, do a quick wrap on it. You're going to bulk up just a little bit when you get up to the thorax. If you get your first wrap or so on, you can pull it tight. You want just a little bit of a fuzzy body is about all you really want to have showing in the abdomen section. So bring that forward with just a little bit of fuzz on it. Get that up to where the thorax is going to start. You want to come about 2/3 of the way up the hook for the thorax. And I'm going to bulk it up just a little bit right here because the bug bulks up just a little bit right there. Put a little bit of a thorax on it. I'm pinching it fairly tight so I can wrap it fairly tight. I don't want it to look quite as fuzzy as what I was doing behind it. The good part about it is a little bit of fuzz that will be sticking out of this. The fish may see that as the legs, the other material on there. So now I'm up to there. Now I'm going to grab this grizzly hackle, pinch off just a few of the runners on the very end of it, just so I can tie it down better. Again, this is size 16 grizzly hackle. Half a dozen wraps around there to bind it down good. And again, when I do this, I tend to do a forward wrap and then cut back across itself and do it kind of a back wrap and then back across itself so it is not totally in a forward wrap system. If you do a total forward wrap on it, what happens a lot of times is you wind up with a corkscrew in your hackle, and that corkscrew lay of the hackle tends to make that hackle spin the fly really bad when you bring it back through the water. Take your fingers, reach out, pull it back out of your way, get a half a dozen good solid wraps over the top of that, and again, very simple, easy finger lock. Once you get one of those on there, now you can grab your whip finisher. And again, I cheat, I don't use glue on it. I'll do 5 quick wraps, soft wraps, I'm not pulling it very solid. The next 5 wraps will go a little bit stronger on this. And then wrap it around your finger, slowly lift and pull it towards you till it gets to the point it won't pull any further. Just pull it and snap it. You're done with the head wrap. It's in a bind position, so getting those to come loose is just about impossible. I'm going to pull the tail up about that far, cut off the excess, and that leaves me a little emerger tail on that fly. And there you can get a good quick look at how that comes out. Now on one day the tan worked really well that I tied before. Other days I had this one where the silver one was the only one that had worked.